And on the Crusader Sports Network, powered by Next Tech Wireless. Online at nexttechwireless.com. We are Kansas. Hi, everybody. Here on the West Court side, along with Chris Schenk and Carson Muller, the opening round of 4A Sub-State tonight as the 16-4 Buhler Crusaders host the 6-14 Wellington Crusaders. In this 4A West Sub-State, the winner will move on to the Sub-State Final on Saturday and take on the winner of El Dorado and Circle. Buhler coming in at 16-4. League champions at 9-1. And they won their senior night game to wrap up the regular season last Thursday over Winfield, 63-29. Buhler trailed only briefly in a game. They ran away in the first quarter. The lead was 11 after one, and then 20 at halftime. The Crusaders at one point stretched their advantage to 36 in the second half. Buhler finished plus 23 on the boards and plus 18 in the paint. They went on to shoot 49% from the field. Here are some highlights from senior night and the win over Winfield. Left side, Ricker Grant for three, and he hits.
Tell you what, the left
little dump pass in the lane to Voth. Out of the wing, Zay for three, got it.
Well, the senior making senior night more memorable.
Rebound, Eddie comes out of there with it, plays it to Hernandez. The save by Matt, now Jackson inside, layup good.
First field goal of the night.
So far in this half, Zay with a nifty take. Off the window, missed. Rebound, put back, yes! Wes Miller, and both seniors. Here's Willer Trask, far side. Diedrich will drive through traffic. What a take! What a take by Diedrich Willer Trask. He's got 6. That was nice.
He had to turn his body sideways.
West lost it. Loose on the deck. Eddie comes up with it. Anytime is anytime. Layup good.
Effort.
Jeffrey Neal, far side. 3 missed. Rebound. Wes Miller with the put back for 2 at the buzzer. How about that? And Buhler now 16-2 when they score 50 points or more. Fellas, you know, the thing I was thinking about back from that game, just this tough schedule that Buhler's had this year. There have been very few games, only a handful this year, where they've really had it wrapped up in the fourth quarter and kind of been able to take the foot off the gas. And it's kind of nice going into the postseason to give some of the guys some rest late in the game.
Yeah, this is one of the longest breaks that Buhler's had in quite some time because, of course, that Winfield game was almost a week ago. And so, yeah, hopefully that downtime and kind of having a game that wasn't just ratcheted up intensity-wise, help give the Crusaders a little rest here coming into Sub-State.
Yeah, they have for sure had one of the toughest schedules in all of 4A, averaging now 58 points a game while giving up 49. The big concern is Jack Voth and the health of his knee. Bruised that knee late in the game on Thursday. Hasn't practiced a ton, but is dressed and expected to play tonight. We don't know how much, but certainly Carson, he is the centerpiece of them getting to where they want to go in the postseason.
Yeah, very limited practice minutes for Jack. I see a bike over on the Crusader side, probably wanting to keep him loose tonight. Very limited minutes expected for him. I think that if he plays tonight, it'll be in a very small role just to get him in the game, get him in the feel, to try to get him back on his feet. But without Jack, they got to be able to work through the ball. And the offense is going to look different tonight. Will it look better? Will it look completely different? We don't know. But for sure, Isaiah Hernandez is going to have to step up big time tonight as a facilitator.
Isaiah was fantastic in that senior night win. Had 9 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists. They get Wade Meyer back healthy tonight. And, the good news is they've played through some adversity this year. They're no stranger to that. They've played at times with some of their pieces missing, and they've found ways to step up and overcome that. So no shortage of adversity they've had in the regular season.
Yeah, I mean, I can't tell you how much getting Wade back up at full strength. Had a chance to say hello to him here, asked how he's feeling, said feels great. So that's, getting a starter back, that gets to double figures most of the time. That's a huge bounce back for the Crusaders this evening.
Well, we look forward to the game. Wellington comes in at 6-14 out of Division 4. And they are 1-9 in the league under head coach Joe Newman. They have been quite on a losing streak. They've lost 7 straight coming into the postseason, including their senior night last Thursday. Lost to Clearwater 58-46. They have just one top 10 win this year. They beat Rose Hill back early in the season on December 17th, 52-51. The Crusaders can score. They average 53 points a game, but defense has been an issue for them. This year they give up 57. We'll break down that matchup and more coming up. Our coverage tonight, part of our Next Tech Wireless Road to a Championship, presented by HCC, and we're the only game on the network tonight, but we'll have a slate of games tomorrow and Friday, sub-state semifinals, and then sub-state championships on Saturday. You can click on sports at AdAstroRadio.com or download the Ad Astro Radio app for our complete schedule. For more than 90 years, Hutchinson Community College has offered the highest quality education at an exceptional value, and it's not too late to get enrolled with classes starting throughout the semester. Online, visit hutchcc.edu. We'll have more of our pregame coming up. Our Midway Motors drive to the game back after this on HKFM and the Crusader Sports Network.
Drive to the game. Visit Midway Motors on 30th Street in.
Yeah, this court is being. Remember when this did this
Yes.
to you and you had your long
Yes.
game?
Yes. That was really difficult. And it shocked me. Like, physically shocked me.
Ouch.
It's all.
There's no understanding of why it's doing it.
Today.
Warrior Cup worked perfect last night.
Yes.
A bit.
Crusader basketball this season brought to you in part by Hutchinson Community College, by the Mid-Kansas Credit Union, Dick's Phillips 66 by Newfelt's Flooring, and by Daylight Donuts. For a sub-state boys semifinals tonight in the West, Pratt is the top seed, and they'll be home against Ulysses. McPherson at Clearwater, the other matchup in that top bracket. Buhler here home against Wellington. And the winner of this game will get to the winner of the 7-10 matchup between El Dorado and Circle on Saturday. If Buhler wins, they'll be home. If Wellington wins, they'll be on the road. In the number 3 sub-state, it's Andale home against Mulvane tonight. The 6-11 matchup, Clay Center at Rose Hill. And then the 4 seed is Abilene. They'll host Augusta tonight, while Rock Creek travels to Concordia. We'll have boys championship games coming up on Saturday. The 4A girls semifinals were last night in the West, including Rock Creek beating Our Lady Crusaders 57-18. Rock Creek will host McPherson in the girls championship game Friday night. Mac won over Mulvane 52-25. The other winners in the West last night, Wellington, Circle, Andale, Augusta, Clearwater, and Clay Center. And I stand by my statement that I think 4 teams out of the AVCTL will come out of that west side. Only 2 teams left are not from our division, Rock Creek and Clay Center. So it's up to them to prove me wrong. But I think our league is the toughest 4A league in the state.
No doubt, and really it comes up to just one upset if you go just by the seed lines on, to get all 4 girls teams from the AVCTL in the West, all 4 spots taken by a team from our league.
And we'll see what happens on the guys' side as well. Could Abilene potentially break up that AVCTL party, or maybe a team like Pratt. It's an intriguing matchup, Carson, if it happens. Pratt hosting McPherson. I expect that to be the boys' sub-state final in the top side of the bracket. If I'm the number 1 seed in the 4A West, that is not who I want to look across and see on the bottom line of my bracket.
No, without a doubt. And I think the 1 and 2 both have tough draws. I mean, we're going to see either Circle or El Dorado, and we know those teams can shoot. So I think that especially if you're Pratt, you know, you have a tremendous season, and then you look at your regional, you get the 1 seed, and you look at who's on the bottom, and it's McPherson, somebody who's been there, upset team after team in the regionals, and that's not something you want to see. But they've had a week to prepare. They got to get through tonight, and then their main focus is to get to state, and that's through McPherson.
Yeah, oh, by the way, Bitter potentially rematch with El Dorado on Saturday. That's not an easy matchup either.
No, I mean, El Dorado's a team that can pour on the points, you know, can score really effortlessly. And really, you know, just from us having seen El Dorado twice this year, you know, with them it all boils down to, you know, if you have a cold shooting night, you know, El Dorado, it's going to be a tough out.
They remind me a lot of this Wellington team in that they can really score, but a lot of times they don't play that good a defense.
Yeah, I mean, when you really break down Wellington's schedule and just look at how the results have been, you know, they've lost a lot of close games to really good teams. And, you know, they lost to Collegiate in overtime. I mean, so even though they haven't won a game since January, you know, there's been a whole slug of close losses to good teams. And so I really feel like, you know, there's the old adage of, oh, this is the most dangerous 6-14 team in the state. But this is not a team that Buhler's going to have to show up tonight. If we just show up and sleepwalk, it could be a long night.
Well, everybody says they moved to 0-0 now, right? What you did before doesn't matter anymore, and if you lose, you go home. So you better not lose.
Yeah, you lose, you're done, and that's where all the determination comes from. You know, you have kids like Isaiah and kids like Jack and Grant who are going to do everything in their power to make sure the Crusaders end in Salina, no matter what the cost. So they're going to work and work and work to make sure that happens.
All right, well, more of our Midway Motors drive to the game coming up here from Jim Baker tonight. Midway Motors, family-owned and operated, dedicated to making our communities a better place to live. Visit one of their 6 locations throughout central Kansas. Midway Motors, for every mile of life. Back with more Crusader basketball after this on HKFM and the Crusader Sports Network. Drive to the game here courtside at Jim Baker tonight. Mentioned the Lady Crusaders wrapped up their season last night. They finished at 4-17. And spring sports underway. Practices started Monday. So soccer, golf, tennis, track and field, baseball, softball will all get going here very soon. One other winter sport to finish, and that is our bowling team. And our bowlers will be at state on Friday. That'll be in Wichita. Lady Crusaders, along with the boys, won their regional. Mallory Cross, Landon Kurtz, both individually regional champions. And a couple of other key teams.
Oh, God.
Liège, Solana South. Some traditional really good development teams will kind of be in their way, but I think
There we go.
opportunity is there. Pretty cool if they
Yeah, we were visiting with Mr. Size before the game, and
I know, but to me, that's
Coach
just
Wilson
so
does such a
dumb.
nice job with his team, and they have a lot of bowlers that continue to progress throughout the season, and yeah, pretty special that not just one team is doing well, but both sides.
No matter what sport it is, certainly here on the basketball floor, so many things have to go your way. I mean, you don't have the talent coming into the year, but look at you have a little luck. Some breaks fall your way in that journey as well. Certainly part of that is site health. For the most part, has been able to do that. A little nervous. I tell you what, when Jack got hurt in the game on Thursday, I think everybody's kind of held their breath. He's out running around here in warm-ups, and that's good to see. And it's even better if they get to a point tonight. I think it'll be good for them.
The fact that their legs
shut it down in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, you want to play Jack just enough to get the win, knock the rest off, but just enough also to hopefully be well rested for the sub-state championship game for the Crusaders candidates.
Here in Wellington, here on this Wednesday night in the opening round of 4A sub-state. Everybody has next week's state tournament on their mind next Wednesday through Saturday. 4A in Solana. Boys' first round games will be on Thursday. His last appearance in 2020. They've been to the state tournament 26 times. All time, 7 championships. It's been a while since that last one.
He's so worried about the damn camera, he should be down there.
67. A couple of seconds in there. But a long time since they controlled the championship trophy.
Yeah, no, I was in high school when we had the runner-up team back in 1998. And, yeah, there's been a lot of great Buhler basketball teams over the years. Just haven't had the opportunity on the boys' side to get that elusive.
I said, can I have your
state
bandana?
title.
And I said, I'm joking.
Into that state title game 10 times in their history. All starts with a win here tonight against Wellington. Our Midway Motors drive to the game Crusader basketball this season on HKFM. Brought to you in part by the Buhler Booster Club, by Hutchinson Family Dental, by Jackson Meat, Lines Up Window Prevention Network, and by Alex Brown Strategic Allies and CPA. Back with more after this on HKFM, the Crusader Sports Network. By Kansas. Back here, our Midway Motors drive to the game. We're just about 5 minutes away from tip-off. Mention again, this is scheduled coming up the rest of this week on the Ad Astra Sports Network. We'll have the 10 sub-state semifinals tomorrow night, 11 more on the network on Friday. You can find schedules streaming audio and lots more on our sports page at AstraRadio.com. It's part of our ECC World Tour Championship by Next Tech Wireless. All of those teams who are hopes of moving on to state next week. I think we've got a good shot. We talked about it last night, but some really good teams in our area. On the boys' side, Hillsboro, Heston, Bakersfield, Sheen girls, a ton of them that have a chance. Some of them, unfortunately, tucked away in the same sub-state. So.
Yeah, this time of the year, if you have the misfortune of being loaded for Bear sub-state, it makes it tough. But yeah, the cool thing is just with how good of basketball is played across central Kansas. I mean, we've got teams from the ABCTL, from the CKL, from the Heart of America, from the Heart of the Plains League, just to name a few of the leagues that we think will get teams from this part of the world into the state tournament.
Foray in Salina at the Tilly's Pizza Event Center. Girls first round next Wednesday, guys Thursday, and then semifinals Friday, championships on Saturday. We'll have the 3A tournament here in Hutchinson, locally Nickerson hosting a 3A sub-state. The Lady Panthers are the top seed. Rematch looming with the Cheney Cardinals coming up later this week for a potential chance to go to state. Crusader basketball this season on HKFM, brought to you in part by Ray & Sons Rugby, by Cardinal Salt, by the Sheila Rescue Agency, by the Medicine Shop, and by Midwest Iron and Metal. Our basketball season wrapping up here in the next couple of weeks. But is it the 24th? Or is that our opening baseball date? I think at Rose Hill. At Rose Hill. We'll be
out, since we had such nice weather this week.
They're wasting it all. That's what's happening. Yeah. Nice weather in the middle of basketball really doesn't help us. Here in a couple of weeks, March 24th, we will kick off the baseball season at 4 o'clock for Rose Hill here on HKFM. Buhler and Wellington coming up. Things that John Keys, fellas, things that you feel like Buhler needs to do well to get out of here with a win tonight.
Well, I think a huge thing is just getting off to a good start, trying to make Wellington think their season is done. And because it's one of those things that if they're close at the end of one or close at the half, then we're going to have to play a whole game. You think about the Winfield game down in Winfield, we didn't put them away early, and so then we had to play a full game against them. So I think getting off to a good start, getting that separation early, and then obviously, a huge MO for this Buhler team, we got to get to the free throw line. If we get to the free throw line a lot, I like our chances, and that's going to be true for the rest of the season.
All right, starting lineups and the tip are next. You're from the field house. Crusader basketball back after this on HKFM, Crusader Sports Network. pep band into the direction of Mr. Meek with our initial info tonight. Let's take a look. Heartland Lawn Strategies starting lineups located inside Heartland Credit Union with me and Hutchinson. Call Monty Cross at 669-0177. For the 6-14 Wellington Crusaders, coached by Joe Newman. A 6'2 senior, number 1, R.J. Clift. A 6'4 junior, number 4, Montel Tates. A 6'2 junior, number 5, Banks Henshaw. A 5'11 senior, number 12, Corbin Jones. And a 6' junior, number 20, Cody Henry. Again for Wellington, it is Clift, Tate, Henshaw, Jones, and Henry. For the fourth-ranked Buhler Crusaders, the champions at 16-4. Ryan Swanson in his 7th season looking for win number 95 here tonight. At one guard, a 6'2 junior, number 11, Grant Ricker. Averaging 12.5 points. Contest shooting 44% from three. He's really been strong late in the season. Another guard back in the starting lineup tonight after missing 2 games. 6'2 junior, number 13, Wayne Meyer, averaging 8 points per contest. At guard, the 5'11 senior, number 14, Isaiah Hernandez, almost had a double-double on Thursday night, averaging 6 points, 4.5 assists. At Fuller, the 6'4 junior, number 2, Dean Trask, 4.5 points, 3 rebounds a game. And the 6'5 junior, number 34, Jack Vogt. Jackson averaging 22 points, one of the league leaders, and 9 rebounds a game. Willard Trask, Ricker, Meyer, Hernandez, and both for Buhler. Crusaders will be in their home whites tonight with the black and maroon trim. The Wellington Crusaders in their red reds with the silver trim and white numerals. Wade Meyer to 10 for Buhler. It'll be Montel Tate for Wellington. And Wellington will control left to right. We're underway with Crusader basketball here on KWHK Hutchinson. And the Crusader Sports Network inside early, scoring for Montel Tate.
Wellington did a nice job of getting it down to the paint, and Tate was wide open down there.
So Wellington early, 2-0. And there's a three. Wade Meyer in the left corner knocks down Buhler's opening shot. And the Crusaders are in front by a point, 3-2.
Big smile from Wade. Good to see him get off to a good start after missing last week.
Three the other way, in and out, no good. Left wing by Corbin Jones. Rebound Buhler inside. Boom! Score it! Back-to-back buckets by the Crusaders. And Buhler leads by 3, 5-2.
Buhler doing a little cherry picking that time. Jack got behind the defenders. A nice, easy lane.
Buhler in the man-to-man to our right. Wellington to their half court. R.J. Clift out high with the ball. Picked up by Wade Meyer. Off the bounce to Jones at the free throw line. Corbin out on the left wing to Banks Henshaw for 3. Missed back iron. Rebound inside. Tapped it out. Taken by Wellington. Hope Henry has it. Far side circle to Montel Tate. Tate being guarded by Ricker on a drive. Off the window. Missed. Rebound tapped in the air. Loose. Taken by Wellington. Back into Tate and scoring.
Montel Tate doing all the heavy lifting so far here early on for Wellington.
The 1-point game is Wellington. Phil Holtz from Tate. 5-4, 6:20 to play in the first. Over to our right. Jackson for 3. Both! Knocks it down. That is Jack's 22nd from beyond the arc this season. Makes it 8-4.
Lots of confidence in that shot for Jack there.
Folk with the tray, he's got 5, 46% from the outside. Out of the ball, knocked loose. A steal by Willard Trask. He's got a Wellington player on top of him. They call a jump ball. The arrow will go to the Crusaders. So that'll be Wellington's first turnover. Well, early, if Buhler can knock down shots, that's a good start.
Yeah, what you don't want is Wellington to keep pounding it inside. Crusaders need a little more presence. You can tell Jack's not 100% tonight. Very tentative as there's a steal.
And that was steal by R.J. Clift, and he'll lay it in. On the other end, each team with a turnover, and it's a 2-point game, 8-6. 5:36 to play in the first. Winner gets the winner of El Dorado and Circle on Saturday. Inside, nice touch by Grant Ricker for 2.
And what an assist made that time by Isaiah Hernandez. He completely threaded the needle on that one.
We're back in front here by 4. Good crowd on hand tonight in the field house. Student section is full. Montel Tate near side to R.J. Cliff. Cliff coming in with the left hand. Goes out to a hand shot down the right side lane line. Good defense by Diedrich Willer-Trask. Forces the pass out up top to Cook Henry. That was a great set down low by Diedrich. Near side Jones on a drive. Cut off in the lane. Tries to leak in the corner. Stolen away by Isaiah Hernandez.
Second turnover of the night for Wellington.
Zay the other way. He nearly had a triple-double on the Wednesday. Pass to Meyer. The right wing is knocked away out of bounds. It will stay with the Crusaders. Malachi Rogers is a 6-foot senior. He'll check in for Wellington here at this stoppage. And for the Crusaders, first 2 as they have been all year off the bench are a pair of juniors, Matt Eddy and Ethan Stambaugh. Meyer and Willard Trask will come out. Buhler by 4, 10-6, 4:41 to play in the opening period. Isaiah's got it in front court, right in front of the midcourt line on the right side of the floor. Wellington playing some zone here. Near side Stambaugh. High pass up top to Isaiah. Hernandez threads the needle to Ricker. Left wing 3. And Grant has 5. And Buhler extends their lead to 7.
Third tray of the evening for the Crusaders.
On a good early start inside the other way. Wellington with a miss by Malachi Rogers. The Crusaders on the year shooting 40% from the outside. Grant Ricker just hit another, and a timeout by Wellington. The lead has grown to 10. Scorching hot to start the game. 16-6. We are back in 1 minute with Crusader basketball here on HKFM and the Crusader Sports Network.
Company. When pipes break, fire strikes, or the unthinkable hits your home or business, call us. With over 10 years of experience, we know how to help you recover. Check us out at phoenixrestorationandroofing.com. Phoenix Restoration, we'll help you rise again after your disaster.
At Dick's Phillips 66, our family has kept motorists on the road for nearly 60 years. Hi, this is Janet Dick, inviting you to stop by our locally owned station at 1215 East 4th in Hutch. Dick's offers top-tier gasoline, grab-and-go food options, and friendly service. Wherever you're headed, every journey begins with a stop at Dick's Phillips 66, 4th and Stevens in Hutch.
Newfeld's Flooring, your experts in design and installation of carpet, tile, wood, and vinyl floor covering. Proudly sponsoring Buhler High School activities, Newfeld's Flooring in downtown Buhler.
Well, back here at the Fieldhouse, Wellington suddenly down by 10 in a 16-6 game. 8 early points from Grant Ricker, and Wellington just turned it over for a third time. Boy, Buhler continues this hot shooting they've been on. Look out.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for Wellington to keep up if Buhler keeps knocking down the shots like they are.
Grant Ricker with a pair of threes. Jack Voth with one. Buhler right now is 3 of 3 from the outside. Here's Isaiah Hernandez curling to the right elbow. Crossover. And dumps it in the far corner. Stambaugh wants a 3, and he knocks it down.
The 4th tray of the first quarter for Buhler.
Well, the crazy thing is they're 4 for 4.
5th tray, excuse me, 5th tray.
3 the other way, missed. Yeah, you're right, Meyer has one too. They're 5 for 5. Wellington with a miss, rebound Buhler. Here's Stambaugh along the baseline. Far corner, Eddy. Up top, Ricker against that 2-3 zone. Zay wants a 3, missed, back iron. And a whistle and a foul called after the shot.
They're going to get Ethan Stambaugh with the fouls. He was trying to block out.
So do they stay perfect? Do we wave that shot off, or do they have to?
I think I heard the whistle before the shot, maybe.
I don't know. Wade Meyer returns for Buhler. Ricker comes out. Willard Trask is also back, replacing Jack Voth. 19-6 our score. Wellington down here by 13, and a steal by Ethan Stambaugh. What a run. Now a steal by Wellington. Taken back on a pass in the lane by Cope Henry. An 11-0 run currently by the Crusaders. Wellington to their half court. Malachi Rogers out of the wing. Three, an air ball from R.J. Clift. And out of bounds. It'll be Buhler basketball. Well, Wellington looks rushed.
They do. They do. You know, they got that initial bucket, Wellington did, where they worked it inside. And you talked about it, Carson. Buhler needed to protect the paint. We've done an excellent job of just keeping the ball out of the interior.
Well, and Tate has those two buckets, and they took him out of the game. There's Meyer who gets full court pressure. Wade, now Wellington will sag into their half court. Across the timeline, right to left, near side, Matt Eddy. Eddy off to Zay on a pump fake. Isaiah now off a screen. Tried to sneak it in the lane to Meyer. A Wellington player got a hand on it, knocked it out of bounds. Montel Tate will return for Wellington. Cope Henry goes out. Ricker is back, replacing Stambaugh for Buhler. Sometimes he's so good, he's too good.
Yeah. Well, the nice thing is he puts enough speed on passes to where even if they get tipped, they usually go out of bounds.
Buhler in their half court, up by 13, minute 53 to play. Here's Zay, right corner three, missed. And a rebound for Wellington. Montel Tate, right side circle with it, guarded by a Ricker. Out high to Malachi Rogers. Far side, Banks, Henshaw. Henshaw will try the three. It's well short. Rebound, Wade Meyer. Ahead, Grant Ricker, layup, good!
And Grant Ricker, just like that, is in double figures with 10.
Boy, when he is on, look out now. A charge taken the other way by Diedrich Willard Trask. His 22nd of the season. You know what I love more than the charge is the emotion after he gets up.
Yeah, without a doubt. These boys are playing with a ton of emotion. They've scored 21 points so far.
That foul on Malachi Rogers. And now here's a steal taken by Wellington. Rogers out on the wing. Logan Swingle is in the game. A senior, he'll pump fake on the three. They pass it to the baseline. Far side, Corbin Jones. And a whistle and a foul call.
Yeah, they're going to get Matt Eddy for the first foul of the night for Buhler. There in the far corner. But you talked about it, Carson. I mean, our guys are playing with a lot of intensity, and that's good to see because sometimes in these matchups, first round, team that hasn't won a game in a month, you don't want to sleepwalk, and Buhler definitely not sleepwalking tonight.
Matt Eddy's first, team's second. Jack Voth returns. Here's Tate inside, around Voth. Shot missed. Rebound tapped in the air, taken by Tate. And he'll shoot it off the window and in.
He's definitely been their heavy lifter here in this first quarter. 6 of their 8 points.
That ends a 13-0 Buhler run. Up 21-8. Jack Voth steps into a three up top, missed, back iron. Rebound to Wellington, pulled down by Corbin Jones. Inside Jones, now the kick out up top to Cope Henry. Only thing I would say is don't fall in love with that three. Still need to try and work the ball inside some. Here's Rogers for three, missed. Rebound tapped out of bounds off Wellington's Corbin Jones.
So Buhler will probably get the last possession here of the quarter with just 12 seconds remaining.
Our coverage live tonight from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth. Allen Samuels, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Hutch. Come by, let's be friends. Grant Ricker wants a three. That missed. And that'll get us to the end of the first. Buhler ends up 5 of 9 shooting from the three-point stripe. In the first quarter, they lead 21-8 after our first 8-minute stretch. The Sub-State semifinal. We're back in 1 minute. Crusader basketball on HKFM and the Crusader Sports Network.
Brogan, did you know we have been the best of the best every year? You know what that means?
What, Papa?
People trust us, and that's a very good thing. For a free inspection or estimate, go to rayandsons.com.
Rub the right way, the right way.
Mid-Kansas Credit Union, serving Central Kansas from their locations in Moundridge and Buhler. Take control of your accounts and sign up for online banking at mkcu.com. with features like remote capture deposit and online bill pay. Member-owned and proudly supporting Crusader arts, athletics, and academics. Mid-Kansas Credit Union at 200 West 2nd in Buhler and in Moundridge. Member NCUA.
HKFM.
Well, back here in Jim Baker and a 12-1 lead at the end of one. Peter leading Wellington. Peter jumped out to that 15-point lead. They lead here by 13. That first 4 minutes, they couldn't miss, guys. Goodness.
It was a great first quarter. You just hope that doesn't mean dry spell for the second.
Wellington ball to start quarter number 2.
Got to keep throwing lumber on the fire.
And the 3 up top is good for Banks Henshaw. That makes it 21-11. Lead down to 10. Tonight's game, part of our HCC Road to a Championship, presented by Next Tech Wireless. Jack trying to work it inside. Out of the corner to Ricker. And Grant is going to be called for a travel. That'll be Buhler's 3rd turnover.
Buhler did have an early advantage in the turnover game, but now pretty close to being knotted up.
Stream tonight's game on your phone with the Ad Astra radio app, powered by Next Tech Wireless. Online at nexttechwireless.com. We are Kansas. Wellington trying to get it back to a single-digit game after being down 15 in the first quarter. 7:15 to play here in the half. Inside, Corbin Jones will score it. And the lead is down to 8, 21-13. Zay the other way, pull up in the lane, and that is good for 2. Isaiah's first bucket. Back to a 10-point game.
It's one of those nice kind of settle down shots. Wellington was on a bit of a roll. Senior point guard just takes it in, gets a good look, and drains it.
Wellington had been on a 7-0 run before that bucket by Isaiah. 6:41 to play here in the half. And Grant Ricker with a steal. Wellington ahead to Jack Foles. Layup missed. Rebound, putback missed by Wade Meyer. Rebound Crusaders.
If Meyer had been able to convert that, that would have really been a special play.
Here's Wellington the other way. Floater, the left baseline, missed by Montel Tate. Peter quickly up the floor. Voth inside, a hard take, missed. And Jackson will go to the free throw line. This will be the first trip to the stripe by either team in the game. Jackson on the year, 79%. These will be his 156th, 157th free throw tries of the year. He's been there a lot. First is good.
And he does just such a good job of getting the defenders airborne and then takes it right into them once they get airborne to draw the foul.
And Eddie and Ethan Stambaugh return. Willard Trask and Meyer will come out. Buhler on the year as a team at 70%. Coming into the game, they had converted nearly 200 more free throws than their opponent. And they add to that total here with 2 from Jack Voth, and the lead is back to 12. It is 25-13. Buhler by double digits, 6:12 to play in the half. Copenry with it, right side circle, guarded by Isaiah Hernandez. Up top to Montel Tate, he has 6 of Wellington's 13. Left side, Henshaw missed on a 3, rebound out of bounds, and last touched by Wellington.
So Buhler gets a break there. Golden opportunity to try to get this back into more of an extended lead.
Up by double digits here. Zay dribbles it across the timeline. Jack Voth trailing on the play. Far corner right to Grant Ricker. Ricker off a screen set by Voth. Now tries to get it back to Voth in the lane. It's stolen away. Picked off by Wellington. Montel Tate over Matt Eddy, and another charge, this time taken by Eddy. And for Matt, that makes Buhler now their 45th 7th charge taken this year.
Just an incredible statistic, and we always say anytime's Eddie time, but what a great job by Eddie picking up Buhler's 2nd drawn charge of the night.
Well, and watch Tate now. He's a dynamic player, but that's the type of play that could get in his head.
Yeah, without a doubt. Very, very cautious of the fouls, and a player who always plays in his head.
All right, here's Ricker open for a 3 right wing. Short. Rebound, Eddie. Skies high to get it. And back into Ricker. And layup missed. Rebound and a tie-up. Good hustle by Grant down low after that missed shot to tie up Wellington's back Henshaw. Buhler will have the ball back on their own baseline as Wade Meyer and Diedrich Willard transfer return. Ricker and both go out.
Great energy inside with Ricker getting tied up inside with Banks Henshaw, fighting for that jump ball.
Boy, how high could Matt Eddy get on those rebounds?
He can sky it.
And that's over Tate at 6'4". He's not a small guy.
No.
Good. Be patient.
Wade Meyer with it, right side circle. Down to 4:54 to go in the half. Now up top against the zone is Isaiah. They'll push it to Diedrich in the lane. Out in the corner to Stambaugh. He's got a 3 in this half. Wade Meyer, long 3 right side, in and out, no good. Now, Buhler started 5 of 5. They've now missed 6 in a row from the outside. Up top, Henshaw missed a 3. Rebound inside, contested and taken by Diedrich Willard Trask. Isaiah quickly up the floor. Meyer works it along the left baseline. Stripped, ball knocked loose, and taken by Wellington. That'll be Buhler's 5th turnover in this game. Wellington back the other way, inside score for R.J. Clift.
Great just slash to the bucket by R.J. Clift, and it was delivered right on the money by the Wellington guard here in the near corner.
25-15, Buhler by 10. They've led by as many as 15 points in this half. They had a 21-point first quarter tonight. Diedrich Willard Trask with different colored shoes on tonight. Plays it up top to Ethan Stambaugh. He missed out a 3. Rebound Wellington. And Wellington drives up the floor. Up top, pump fake by Cope Henry. Henry in the corner to Tate. Now back to Cope Henry. Right side circle. Corbin Jones for 3. Missed. Rebound Wade Meyer.
Good defensive board that time by Meyer.
Meyer gives up baseline to Willard Trask. Lost it, gets it back. Up top now, Zay will set in the half court. And Coach Swanson here wants a timeout. 3:02 left before halftime. Buhler 25, Wellington 15. We're back in 30 seconds on HKFM and the Crusaders Sports Network.
My family.
Crusader basketball on HKFM this season brought to you by Johnson Sheet Metal, by the Prairie Bank of Kansas, by Wade Patton Insurance, by Ideatech, and by Whifco Steel Products. Live tonight from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth. Buhler ball, 3:02 to go in the half. And up by 10 over Wellington, 25-15. If I was to pick this game apart, Wellington, Buhler rather's fallen a little bit too in love with that outside shot.
Yeah, that's one downside. You get that hot from behind the arc early on. But, Wellington really, they've tried to ratchet up their defensive effort after Buhler kind of went on that blitz back in the first.
Played a lot of 2-3 zone here in this half. Grant Ricker's got it out high on the right side. Ricker, Voth, Willard Trask, Meyer, and Eddy. Matt's got it now left corner. Up high to Meyer, 2:22 to go. Far side to Ricker. Buhler with 21 points in the first quarter. They've got just 4 now in the second quarter. Crazy thing is they still lead by double digits. Meyer to Eddie, left side baseline. Good defensive set here by Wellington. Here's Meyer. Back to Eddie. Far side Ricker. Grant on a three, missed. Chases his own rebound and comes down with it. Peters now missed 8 in a row, make it 9 in a row as Meyer misses from the outside. Well, they made their first 5. That got them that big lead, but they're ice cold here in the second quarter. They've missed 9 3-point attempts in a row. Wellington, Meyer with a near knockaway, saved by Malachi Rogers. He'll drive with a right and score it over Diedrich Willer-Trask. And the lead is down to 8, 25-17. 1:22 left to go in the first half. There's another three. This swing rattles in for Grant Ricker. And that breaks up the 9 in a row that Buhler had missed. That makes it 28-17. Lead back to 11, minute 5 to go in the half. Wellington has just struggled to score, period, inside or outside. And now a blocking foul down low on Diedrich. He really took that one hard. That'll be the first on Willer-Trask. Third team foul on Buhler in the half as Isaiah Hernandez returns for Buhler. Logan Swingle back for Wellington.
Tell you what, this first half has just flown.
28-17 here at halftime. Nearing halftime with 51 seconds to go. In the lane, here's a drive. Willer-Trask trying to take another charge and another whistle.
I think they're going to get Grant Ricker. They will. They're going to say he held Tate as he drove down the left side of the lane. So that'll be Grant's fourth on Buhler.
That'll put Montel Tate at the line. He has 6 of Wellington's 17 points here in this half. Both teams have plenty to talk about at halftime. For Wellington, they've just got to find a way to score. They have not been able to do that much here in this game. For Buhler, they've gotten away from getting the ball inside like they love to do. Of course, Jack Thorpe not 100%. Tate makes a pair at the line. 28-19, lead down to 9. 38 seconds to go. Ricker on another three, short. Rebound tapped and taken by Wellington. That is Buhler's 16th three try of the game. Now the other way. Inside good for Banks Henshaw. He's got 5. It's a 7-point game. 28-21. Six of 16 from the three-point line. Here's Isaiah, left side, Wade Meyer. Up top, Jack. And he baits the defender into a foul at the top of the three-point line. Knocks down the three through contact and will go to the line with a chance for a 4-point play. Dietrich Gill almost floored that he was whistled for that, but Jack pretty much baited him into it.
Yeah, it was a masterful play made by both, and 4-point plays don't come around very often.
And Jack misses on the free throw. Pump fake, got Gill up into the air and then just got into his body. Knocked the three down through contact. Couldn't convert on the 4-point play, but that gets us to halftime. And a 10-point game at the half, 31-21. Buhler by double digits after scoring 21 in the first quarter. Just 10 second quarter points for the Crusaders. But they still lead by 10 at the break. The Rise Up Reno Prevention Network helps promote healthy behaviors through youth leadership, school-based mentoring, and community investment. Learn more at riseupreno.org. Rise Up Reno. Our Prairie Bank of Kansas halftime report is next here on HKFM of the Crusaders Sports Network. Here at halftime, our Prairie Bank of Kansas halftime report from Jim Baker Fieldhouse, where Buhler leads by 10, 31-21. At the half, where they were red hot from 3 to open the game, 5 of 5 before they missed 9 in a row. Jumped out to a quick 15-point lead, 21-6. Kellen Colville Carson in that second quarter as Wellington was able to whittle it back down to 7 at one point. Buhler up by 10 here at the half, but I suppose some of it is Jack Voth not at full strength inside, but a lot of settling for jump shots in that first half.
Yeah, a lot of settling for jump shots, but also on the defensive end, they're settling, they're sagging off their man too much. Wellington's run the same play 3 or 4 times in a row, and they've been able to score off of it. Just a straight double cut to the basket. They feed it to the second man, easy layup. The Crusaders have to make those second half adjustments to be able to do that, and they can't settle for jump shots. Even though Jack Voth isn't full force, they got Diedrich Willer-Trask and Matthew Eddy have to step up on the inside, fight for a position. They're giving up size, but we also have seen them win that battle down low. So they have to fight for position, make sure they run their offense. They don't need to settle. Yes, you had an amazing first quarter, but now here we go. Second half, new ball game. Really, it's 0-0 in their head. They don't want to give Wellington any chances. They want to jump on them again just like they did in the first quarter.
Yeah, Buhler 7 of 17 in that first half from the outside. 13 points from Grant Ricker, 10 from Jack Voth on the Wellington side. Montel Tate, especially when he's not in the game, they really don't have a lot of guys that can kind of go get their own shot. Their offense tends to go pretty stagnant.
Yeah, if you can keep getting him, get him to 4 fouls here before the end of the third, and you'll feel pretty good about life. I think that they've done a good job. They need to switch maybe a little more, but the communication is lacking of what we've seen this Crusader team being able to talk to each other. So they're going to make those adjustments at half, and they're going to come back after halftime locked and loaded.
Well, bank anytime, anywhere with mobile banking from Prairie Bank of Kansas. Stop by one of their 4 convenient locations in central Kansas to learn more. Invested in the communities they serve. Prairie Bank of Kansas, member FDIC. And Crusader basketball this season on HKFM brought to you in part by Midway Motors, by Fee Insurance, Apex Shears, by H&R Block, and by Hutch Ruck. Mentioned Sting Bowling coming up on Friday for our Crusader Bowlers. We'll also remind you that the Buhler Singers with their variety show, that is next Tuesday here at the high school at the BHS Auditorium. The show Motown and Musicals will feature Motown hits with special guests, the Crusader Singers, performing music from the Newsies. 7 o'clock Tuesday at BHS. A 10-point game here at the half, 31-21. Winner gets El Dorado or Circle on Saturday in the Sub-State Final. Buhler went 3-1 against those two this year. Of course, the only blemish, the loss at El Dorado on February 22nd. 62-55 was the final. Buhler on that night without several of their starters. The ones that were there were under the weather. So, they're thinking about a rematch with the Wildcats potentially coming up on Saturday. Second half when we come back here on HKFM and the Crusader Sports Network. Well, on our Buhler Dental Care scoreboard, El Dorado was leading Circle 18-13 after one, and We're down here, they're up double digits over the T-Birds in quarter number 2.
And also score updates in the McPherson Clearwater game. They're up 30-12 over the Fighting Indians.
Wellington ball to start the second half, down 10 to our left. Here's Tate with a scoop to the bucket. Nice take over Diedrich Willard-Trask. And Montel Tate has 10. 31-23. Lead down to 8. First possession of the second half for the Crusaders. And a spin move, Jack to the bucket. There's a nice take by the big fella. And he's got 12.
Yeah, good to see Jack playing with so much confidence, even with a little bit of a banged up leg.
33-23, lead back to 10. Here's Tate inside. He's got back-to-back buckets for Wellington to open the second half.
Yeah, in that ISO game, kind of Montel Tate and Jack both similar players in what they can do for their squad.
33-25, 6:53 to play in the third. Grant Ricker out high. Wellington has predominantly been in that 2-3 zone. Now Wade Meyer lost the ball, stole it away. Wellington the other way, layup, missed, but they're going to call the goaltending against Wade Meyer, so count the bucket.
I believe it was R.J. Clift.
Yes.
It was a Banks Henshaw.
I think it was Clift. 33-27.
I was going to say we need to go to the monitors, but.
Lead down to 6. 3 right corner, missed by Isaiah Hernandez.
Now, believe it or not, Wellington with the chance to get to a one-possession game.
Jones inside. 6:12 to play here in the third. Here's the left corner 3, missed. Rebound Wade Meyer. And missed by Corbin Jones. 33-27. Buhler led by as many as 15 in the first half. Grant up high, dribbling through traffic. Off on the right wing to Isaiah. Far side to Wade. Here's Willard-Trask down on the baseline, left side. Up top to Voth. He'll shoot the 3 over the defender. Missed it short. Front iron. Rebound Wellington. Wellington could get it down to a one-possession game here again. Pass deflected, saved by the Crusaders of Wellington. To our left. Cope Henry. Far side to Montel Tate. Up top, Banks Henshaw. Henshaw pump fakes on the 3. Right side, Corbin Jones. Buhler in there man-to-man. Meyer picks up Clift up high now. Clift dribbling to his right, behind the back, drives in the lane, gives it up to Tate on the left wing. His 3 missed, out of bounds. It'll be Buhler ball.
Yeah, luckily Tate missed that, because if we all of a sudden had a one-possession game, Buhler would maybe start feeling a little bit of that pressure.
Well, Tate looking a little frustrated after that missed 3. Buhler, for the moment, maintains a 6-point advantage. 5 minutes to go in the third. Wade Meyer, far side. Meyer drives, kicks in the corner to Voth. Up top to Hernandez. Off the screen, Zay to the free throw line. Meyer near side circle, behind the back. Slides it right wing to Isaiah. The Wellington team has done a decent job defending the inside tonight, as there's a ball knocked out of the hands of Voth and taken away. Wellington the other way, and traveling in the lane. Called against Corbin Jones.
So even though Buhler didn't get the steal that time, just some quick hands inside. Grant Ricker, one of the defenders from Buhler, interrupting things enough to help force the walk.
Malachi Rogers returns for Wellington. Ethan Stambaugh back in the game for Buhler. Isaiah will bring it across the timeline, left to right. Here's side to Ricker. Up top is Voth. Off a pass to the right wing, now to Zay. Hernandez pump fakes, looking for somebody to pass to. Finds it far side to Ricker. Grant had 13 in the first half. He had to take a shot here in the second. Both out high, 4 minutes to play in the quarter. Buhler with just 1 bucket so far. Here's a foul now as the ball is knocked away in the corner on Wellington. It'll be charged to Cope Henry of Wellington. It'll be his first. Team's first of the second half as Matt Eddy returns. Indeed, Rick Willard-Trask will go out.
Yeah, Voth is such a talented offensive player. A lot of defenses, one of their main goals, try to deny the pass to him because once he has it in his hands, he can inflict a lot of damage.
Buhler again up 6 with the ball in their half court to our right. Defense standby, right side circle. Baseline to Matt Eddy. Up top, Ricker. Far side, Hernandez. Things a little stagnant here in this third quarter.
Buhler with just one field goal this entire third.
Up top, Zay for 3, in and out, no good. Rebound, out of bounds. They call it off Matt Eddy. Well, Wellington is doing a fantastic job of clogging the lane and keeping the ball out of the hands of Jack Voth.
Well, and a big thing, too, Buhler has only 2 trips to the free throw line tonight, only 3 free throws shot by Buhler this evening. And a lot of that's because they have clogged the lane.
Wellington again will try to get it to 4. Here's Tate inside. Shot in and out, no good. Put back, no good. And he'll grab it again and put it back up and in, and it's a 4-point game.
Montel Tate now with 14 points, 6 this quarter alone.
33-29. And 8-2 Buhler run, Wellington run to begin this half. Here's Ricker in the corner to Hernandez. Since starting the game 5 of 5, Buhler has not shot the ball well from the outside. Zay's got it up front. Here's side standby, back to Isaiah. Wellington in that zone look where they have sometimes 3 or 4 in the lane. Floater by Grant, and that won't go. Rebound off Eddy, out of bounds. So they're going to call it off Wellington.
Yeah, it's a big break for Buhler to keep possession if they do say, yep, they are going to keep it with Buhler.
Timeout of Wellington as Wade Meyer returns. 2:32 to go here in our third quarter. 33-29, Buhler back in 30 seconds on HKFM and the Crusader Sports Network. A 4-point game as we resume here. 2:32 to go in the third. Standby, right elbow on the inbound. Far side lob to Isaiah. Wellington down at 1.15 has trimmed this to a 4-point game as Buhler's really struggled with offense here in the third quarter. Meyer for 3, and that is a huge shot from Wade Meyer.
Yeah, just the second basket of the game, but a huge one, like you said, gets it out to a 3-possession game.
36-29. Wade Meyer's 3 makes it 7. 1:59 to go in the third. Wellington back on offense. Here is Tate on a drive and a fadeaway missed, but a foul called.
That was definitely a shot of on a wing and a prayer because, man, he fading away, just kind of hurled one and got the call.
We're going to call the foul on Matt Eddy. It'll put Montel Tate at the line for 2, where he is 2 of 2 in the game. And he misses the first. Ricker back, along with Willard-Trask. Standby and Eddy come out.
Well, that's first miss from the line tonight for Montel Tate.
Well, the plan was to play Jack Voth limited minutes. So far, that's not working out very well. In a tight game. Seems to be okay, though. Tate makes the second as it rattles in.
Well, Jack Voth is a tough kid, so it does not surprise me that he wanted to play this evening.
Montel Tate's got 15, 36-30. Peter by 6. Wade Meyer Slides it out high to Zay. Back left wing to Waiter. Gets that zone near side Ricker. 90 seconds to go in the third. Isaiah, one of two seniors up top.
Well,
Buhler squad
cannot afford here is an empty possession and let Wellington have a chance to knock it back to a one-shot game potentially.
Now
to go
Isaiah
to break.
bounces a pass off the leg of R.J. Cliff that goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Crusaders. Well, talk about Wellington's record, but it is tough sledding in the ABCTL. There is no night off.
Yeah, and even though they're in a different division from us, there's a lot of good basketball down in Division 4. We got to see collegiate one of those teams, and yeah.
Randale also very good. Clearwater's had a good year. Rose Hill state ranked. Jack out high, 54 seconds to play in the quarter. Here's Ricker now, far side to Isaiah. Back right side to Grant. Far side to Hernandez. Buhler being very patient here. Lob pass into Jack Foth. And they're going to call it off Jack, out of bounds. Deflected by Malachi Rogers underneath. Foth is going to come out here. It's going to be Wellington ball with 38 seconds to go. That'll be Buhler's 8th turnover in the game. Crusader basketball here on HKFM this season. Brought to you by Midway Motors, by Fee Insurance, APAC Shears, by H&R Block, and by Hutch Rack. Wellington with 29 on the clock. Our coverage tonight, part of the HCC Road to a Championship, presented by Next Tech Wireless. Here's Tate on a drive. Ricker falls down. Eddie with a brilliant defensive play. Deflects the ball and knocks it away. A steal.
Great job by Matt Eddy. He's one of those guys that makes plays at both ends of the floor.
Anytime is Eddie time. 4 to shoot. Here's Ricker. Baseline over Tate. Shot blocked. And that'll get us to the end of the third. Well, Buhler holding on. A double-digit lead at halftime is gone. Up just 6 here. As Wellington outscores Buhler in the third, 9-5. Tough sledding in the third stanza. We're back in 1 minute. Crusader basketball on HKFM and the Crusader Sports Network. Well, 8 minutes to play for a sub-state title. 36-30 as we go to the fourth. It'll be Buhler ball with Hernandez, Foth, Ricker, Willard Trask, and Meyer out there. Against Wellington zone. Here's Jack inside. Spin move and score it.
Well, Jack with a monster bucket there to help provide Buhler with a little breathing room.
38-30. Good news is Wellington had numerous chances in that third to get it even closer, and they couldn't. Back to an 8-point game. Jack had 10 at halftime. He's got 12 now. Here's Tate, left wing. Passes to Henshaw. Missed on a three. Out of bounds in front of the Wellington bench. It'll be Buhler ball.
So now Buhler with a chance to get it back to double digits, which, man, you just got to feel like that 10-plus point lead is worth its weight in gold in a tight night like tonight.
For more than 90 years, Hutchinson Community College has offered the highest quality education at an exceptional value. Learn more online at hutchcc.edu. Here is Isaiah Hernandez up top. El Dorado with the half, leading Circle 33-18. Now a steal. Taken away by Wellington. Shot inside, missed. Rebound, where's the foul? On Tate over the back. They're going to call it off. Tate out of bounds.
Yeah, Tate hit Wade Meyer clearly in the head.
Where's the push inside?
Yeah. Meyer lobbying for the call to no avail.
Wellington will pick up full court pressure here. Down by 8, 6:41 to play, 38-30. Isaiah off his screen, near side to Meyer. Meyer, right side circle to Isaiah. Far side to Ricker. Grant will drive out high to Jack. Both gives up at the right elbow. Zay won't take on the three. He'll take the jumper though from the charity stripe and knock it down. Zay's second bucket tonight, and it's a 10-point game, 40-30.
And a night where scoring has been difficult at times, those big baskets from Hernandez are huge.
You know, I like there as he passed up a good shot for a better shot. There's Wellington hard inside and get it to go for Banks Henshaw. Boy, Henshaw really muscled his way down low that time.
And Henshaw gives up a lot of size inside. He's just 6'2", but very athletic.
40-32, now a steal. With too many turnovers, that is the 10th on Buhler. Left corner three, Rogers missed. Rebound taken by Willard Trask. Ahead, Jack Voth. And a whistle, and for what?
And a technical just happened on Montel Tate.
Do you remember this happened earlier this year where the official called a foul and stopped the play on what was going to be an easy layup? You cannot, I mean, and remember that night the official apologized. The coach said, I should have let the play finish before I called the technical. So whether it's a technical or not.
Well, I know you were talking before the game, Carson, that Tate, unfortunately for his case, kind of has a reputation of racking up the tees this year.
That is his second personal foul. Jack at the line, first free throw. You guys, I don't remember what game that was, but it was a tight game.
Yeah, no.
And the official, I think, similar, called a technical on what was going to be a made bucket on the other end for Buhler. And the official said after, I should have let the play finish before I called the foul.
Yep.
Well, it works out because Jack makes both free throws and they get the ball back. But Jack was wide open for an easy layup.
Well, he ended up trying to dunk it and got rim stuff. So I think it's good that he came down on his right leg. So hopefully that takes a little pressure off that left knee.
10-point game, both inside, off the window. Count the bucket. No, they're going to call a charge on Jack.
Wow.
That'll be just his first personal foul.
And Jack has such good body control inside. I mean, for how active he is at getting to the rim, he has not committed many charges this season.
Well, if there was contact in there, it wasn't a lot. Wellington down 10 now. Inside, scoop shot to the bucket, missed by Cope Henry. Rebound, Willard Trask. Ahead to Ricker. Down that floor to Vogt. Up top to Isaiah. Near side Grant. 5 minutes to go. Peter by 10. Wellington's only lead in this game was back in the first quarter. They led it at 2-0. Crusaders have not trailed since. 4:40 left for the chance to play in the sub-state final on Saturday. Peter lost here on their home floor in that game a year ago to McPherson. Wade Meyer, three, left corner, got it!
Third tray of the night for Mr. Meyer.
45-32 and a timeout. The lead grows to 13. And Buhler's come out hot in this fourth quarter on a 9-2 run. Timeout from the gym. 45-32, back in 1 minute on HKFM of the Crusader Sports Network. 4:14 to play. Buhler up 13, 45-32. Wellington on a drive. Malachi Rogers, a spin move over Willard Trask. Rebound tapped up high in the air and a foul.
Actually, I think they're going to say it touched the backboard or the post.
Yeah, went up. That rebound, I think it was tapped up off Jack's hand. It went way up high and over the top of the backboard. It's going to be Buhler ball. Here's Jackson on a drive inside, cut off. Willard Trask with a jumper missed. Rebound Wellington.
And Willard Trask just didn't have his feet quite set underneath him.
Layup on the other end ahead, good for Logan Swingle.
That's Swingle's first basket of the night.
45-34, lead is 11. Buhler 9 of 19 in this game from the outside, but Wade Myers hit a couple of huge ones. Here's Jack, far side to Isaiah Hernandez. Out of Wade, the drive in the lane, he is stripped and fouled, and Meyer will have 2 at the line for Wade Meyer. A 77% foul shooter. Malachi Rogers picks up the foul, his second personal.
And Wade Meyer, just the second Crusader to get to the free throw line tonight. Jack Both has been the one getting there so far.
And Wade knocks down the first.
That gets him to double figures, so he's the third Crusader to double figures now with 10.
Buhler now 5 of 6 at the free throw line. Wade Meyer missed the last 2 games of the regular season with sickness. He goes 1 of 2 here. 46-34. Lead is 12. Matt Eddy has returned. Here's a shot at the foul line. Knock it down for Banks Henshaw.
Now Henshaw with 9 points this evening.
And it's a 10-point game, 46-36. Isaiah, right side to Meyer. El Dorado dominating Circle in their semifinal game. Could be a rematch between Buhler and El Dorado on Saturday if things hold out. We'll see. Still 2:44 to play and a steal. Buhler's 12th turnover in this game.
Yeah, it's going to be something that Coach Swanson's probably going to really stress to the guys between now and the sub-state title game.
Eggs Henshaw trying to force his way back in the lane. Off to Rogers. Rogers caught in the high post right side, double teamed. Out to Henshaw. 3 blocked by Meyer. Loose ball taken by Wellington. 3 in the left corner is good by R.J. Clift. And a timeout. 46-39. Lead is cut to 7 with 2:12 left in the game. There's still life in Wellington. We're back in 30 seconds with Crusader basketball on HKFM and the Crusader Sports Network. Well, I guess there's no reason for this to be easy, is there?
Yeah, you get to the postseason, no night is a guaranteed night.
Buhler ball up 7. Jack Vogt being shouted up the floor left to right. Gives up to Isaiah. Out of Meyer up near the timeline. Wellington's lost to several close games. Next to last game of the year, they lost in overtime to Collegiate. Coming, losing 7 in a row. Here's Jack inside, and a big bucket from the junior big to stretch that lead back out to 9.
And Jack was very methodical on that catch in the short corner, waited till the defenders got there, and then got the shot off.
The other way, nice take off the window, good by Banks Henshaw. And Coach Swanson wants a timeout. 48-41, lead back down to 7. On our coverage tonight, part of the HCC Road to a Championship, presented by Next Tech Wireless. Some state semifinals Thursday and Friday on the Ad Astra Sports Network. Click on sports at adastraradio.com or download the Ad Astra Radio app to find more. If Buhler wins, we'll be back here in the field house on Saturday at 7 o'clock to take on either El Dorado or Circle. Good luck to our Buhler Bowlers coming up on Friday. Girls and boys were both regional champions, and they will bowl in Wichita Friday for a chance to grab a state crown. It's been a fantastic year. Neither team dropped a match in league this season.
That's a pretty incredible statistic when you really think about it.
Hernandez, Willard Trask, Voth, Meyer, and Stambaugh for Buhler. Montel Tate, after picking up that technical, has not returned for Wellington. Banks Henshaw has their last 3 buckets. And here's a foul on the inbound. It'll go against Cope Henry, his second. And the team's 4th. Now Ricker back and Willard Trask out.
And Wellington still has 3 fouls to get before they hit the bonus.
Well, there's another. So Buhler has a 4-guard lineup on the floor, plus Jack Voth right now.
It's one of those situations, too, where Wellington wants it to get to the bonus so they can get to the free throw line and try to get possession back.
And on Logan Swingle, his first, team's 5th. Full court pressure, and Wellington steals the ball on the errant pass by Jack Voth. Henshaw inside, reverse layup missed. Rebound taken by Jack. Ahead to Wade Meyer, 1:09 left. In a 7-point game, Meyer is going to be fouled on the far side of the floor just across the timeline.
Let's see who gets whistled for the 6th foul.
It will be on Swingle. His second, team 6. So one more puts Buhler in the bonus. Jack Voth to play it in. 48-41, 7-point game. And Isaiah Hernandez will be foul number 7 on Wellington. Zay with 4 points in the game will go to the free throw line. A chance for 2. Chance to get it back to a 9-point game. That foul, the 3rd on Cope Henry. Diedrich Willard Trask back in. And Ethan Stambaugh goes out. So here's Isaiah at the line. Now it's not going to be easy the rest of the way, as Isaiah knocks down the first. And Buhler somehow gets past tonight and Saturday. State for the boys this year, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, so you got to play 3 days in a row.
Yep, a lot of basketball against tough competition in a short period of time.
Hernandez 1 of 2 at the line. Wellington the other way quickly inside, and a whistle and a foul called, 49-41. It's an 8-point game. That is on Diedrich Willard Trask, his second. Just the second team foul on Buhler, make it 13 foul in the half. It puts Logan Swingle at the line for the first time tonight, and he misses the first free throw off the back iron. As Stambaugh will return, and Willard Trask goes out.
It's a big miss, is that every point in a situation like this with under a minute to go that Wellington misses out on helps the Crusaders. And we have that just the rotation of all the guys checking in and out based on the scenario.
One more at the line for the senior. He missed them both. And Jack Voth out jumps Wellington for the rebound, and he is fouled with 56.5 seconds to go. Rise Up Reno Prevention Network helps promote healthy behaviors through youth leadership, school-based mentoring, and community investment. Learn more at riseupreno.org. Rise Up Reno. Banks Henshaw with the foul, his first, team's 8th. Jack Voth tonight is 4 of 5 at the free throw line. He misses the first here, and Wellington with a rebound. 54 seconds to play in an 8-point game. Inside of the bucket, shot in and out, no good. And another foul that is going to put Swingle back at the line.
Well, the good news is Swingle just went 0 for 2 from the stripe, so maybe he can repeat that.
Buhler 4 of 7 at the free throw line in the fourth quarter here. Swingle 0 of 2 the last trip, and he misses one here. Crusader basketball this season on HKFM, brought to you in part by Sunflower Electric Supply. by Red Rock Auto Center. Ediger Family Dental by Phoenix Restoration and by Schmidt Electric. Swingle hits the second. 7-point game, 49-42. And Wellington again will foul on the inbound.
Still not in the double, so it'll put both at the line for the front end of a 1-and-1. Just got a Buhler Dental Care scoreboard update. McPherson leading 54-22.
Jack now 4 of 6 at the line tonight. He had 10 points in the first half, 6 in the second half. He has been in double-figure scoring in every game this year but one. Knocks down the first as Malachi Rogers returns for Wellington. One more for the junior at the line, and Jack got them both. And coach wants a timeout. 51-42, the lead grows to 9. And Wellington with 46 seconds left, maybe now on life support.
Yeah, basically, they're going to keep fouling the Crusaders. Their next time will put Buhler into the double bonus. And as long as Buhler can hit their free throws here down the stretch, the Crusaders should advance.
Colorado now leading by 14 after 3, 44-30 in our Buhler Dental Care scoreboard. From regular teeth clinics to advanced periodontal work, your hometown dentist is Buhler Dental Care. Online at BuhlerDentalCare.com. Providing healthy smiles with a gentle touch. Sharon West, Carson Muller, Chris Shank with you. Here at Jim Baker tonight, our Lady Crusaders wrapped up their year with a 57-18 loss at Rock Creek on Tuesday. Rock Creek and McPherson will match up in that sub-state final in St. George on Friday. The other girls semifinal or finalists in the West, Wellington will host Circle. Andale will host Augusta. McPherson at Rock Creek, as we mentioned, and Clay Center at Clearwater. Wellington ball down 51-42. 40 seconds to go. Hinshaw missed on the 3, right side. Rebound taken by Wellington underneath. Hinshaw, another 3, missed. Rebound, Willard Trask thrown up in the air. Wellington grabs it with 27 seconds to go. Floater by Hinshaw. Missed. Rebound, Jack Foth plays it off to Grant Ricker, and he'll be fouled with 22 seconds left.
One thing Grant Ricker has not done tonight, and that is attempt a free throw. He also hasn't scored in the second half, so hopefully he will knock some down here. And
he had all 13 of his points in the first half. A 64% foul shooter on the year. And subs waiting to check in. Miles Frederick, Jeff Neal, Wes Miller, and Tavian Gilliam. As the starters come out, Grant Ricker left to shoot 2 free throws here. That was the 10th team foul on Wellington. And so now Buhler in the double bonus. Coach Joe Newman pulling his seniors out. Free throw by Grant is good. Well, it wasn't pretty tonight, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter.
Yes, there is no style points this time of the year.
Grant 1 of 2 at the line. 52-42. Lead is 10. 3 missed up top by Wellington. Rebound Crusaders. Wellington's got it back. 10 seconds on the clock. 3 missed by Gill. Rebound out of bounds. I think it's going to stay with Wellington on their end of the floor. As LaShawn Swanson is going to check in for Buhler. And Grant Ricker will come out.
So now Coach successfully working everybody in that's suited up for sub-state tonight.
Here's a 3, missed in the left corner by Rylan Biles, who's checked into the game. And that'll do it. Buhler wins it by 10. It was hard fought. And tough down the stretch. Wellington in that fourth quarter 3 different times got within 7. They just never could get any closer. their only lead tonight, 2-0. Wellington with the opening shot from Montel Tate. They never led again in the game. Buhler by as many as 15 in the first half. Stretched it again to 13 in the fourth quarter, and they will win it by 10. 52-42, and they've just announced the tip-off time of 6 o'clock here on Saturday against either El Dorado or Circle. They're now 17-4 on the year. They've won 2 straight and 3 of 5. Make it 5 of 6 now on the year. Wellington will end their season at 6-15. Our postgame, we'll break it down when we come back on HKFM and the Crusaders Sports Network.
See you, Roy.
Here in the third quarter, Meyer for 3, and that is a huge shot from Wade Meyer.
One like you said. Yeah, just the second basket of the game, but a huge one.
Well, hi, everybody. Welcome back here. Our post-game tonight, Crusader basketball this season on HKFM, brought to you in part by Apple Lane Animal Hospital, by Erickson Custom Building, Yoder Meats, by McKenzie Paint and Body, and by the Photo Cowboy. Peter outscores El Dorado, or Wellington, 16-12 in the fourth quarter, and they win it by 10, 50-42. Crusaders could not start the game any hotter from the outside. 5 of 5 to start the game. They built a quick 15-point lead. Then they went ice cold in that second quarter. For the longest time, they had just one bucket in the second. Ended up with 10 points in the second quarter. They led by 6 at halftime. Stretched that back out in the fourth to 13. Wellington cut it to 7 2 or 3 different times, but never could get any closer. Felt like Wellington missed on some opportunities. Maybe you could say Buhler escaped tonight. But as you mentioned, really doesn't matter how you win. It's only that you win.
Yeah, and even though it wasn't a night where the Crusaders blew them out, we just kind of kept them at enough of an arm's length that it really didn't get too dicey at any given time. But, this Wellington team, I mean, they're going to finish the year 6-15. But, man, they've got some pieces. I was, corresponding with some other members of the media throughout the game, getting score updates. And, I was really impressed. Wellington had some nice individual players. They just couldn't put it all together. But, hats off to the Crusaders. Coach Swanson gets win number 95. And this time of the year, you know how it goes, Aaron. survive and advance is all that matters.
Yeah, that Wellington, the game plan they came out with a zone, they really clogged the lane. Peter started settling for those jump shots, and that worked. It kept the score down. Wellington just couldn't score enough. And once Montel Tate kind of got in some foul trouble, got that technical, he didn't come back. He's kind of the engine that makes them go offensively.
Yeah, so. No, he finished with 15 points. They only had 2 players to double figures. And, yeah, once he got that tee, he did not come back. And so that really kind of took some of the wind out of the Wellington Crusaders' sails.
Good news, Jack Voth, I think, played more than we expected him to tonight. A possibility that knee will be sore, but he has 2 days to rest it and be ready to go for Saturday. And he's a kid, Carson, that only knows one speed when he's on the floor. So he's all go or no go.
Yeah, without doubt. I mean, you watch him work through the first quarter, it's pretty ginger. It's pretty protected this way. I'm not saying he's screwing his ways. Protecting at all possible. You got him to crunch time there late in the fourth, and he doesn't care what it takes. He's going to make sure that we have more points than the other Crusaders have. So I think that it shows just how much, he's in a lot of pain. I think it's pretty easy to tell when he takes a break on the bench and they brought the mic over for him. Hope that he could use it today to start some recovery stuff. So I guarantee you, Doc's taking great care of him. He's probably taking a nice bath right now. So we hope he can get back 100% by Saturday. And the good thing is he knows we've seen this team. We know what to expect. And so we're going to be able to adapt to that in practice. And just practice sets without Jack. Practice sets with Jack. But the most important thing right now is to get that around.
There's nothing that sounds relieving to me about the bike and the ice bike.
One of the things I was going to say, kind of a unique opportunity that presented itself tonight for Jack, with him being slowed down a little bit. Think about how he had a chance to cherry pick a little bit tonight. Typically, he's one of the guys leading the charge, getting back on defense. But since he wasn't as quick on his feet, there was times where the Crusaders, got the ball back, were able to feed it down, and we got a couple good looks inside. That ice mat and the bicep. We don't like to have that.
No, I it's beautiful outside today. Well, our final numbers were wasting this nice weather. Final numbers tonight brought to you by Adams Brown Strategic Allies and CPAs. They've served businesses in Kansas for the past 70 years. Team finishes up 4 at the Freeman League at 15 for Martel Tate. 11 for Max Henshaw, R.J. Clifton with 7, Malachi Rogers with 2, Corbin Jones with 2, and Soko with 3. They were 9 of 14 at the line. They were 9 of 19 from the 3-point line. And they got 20 points from Jack Voth tonight. Also double figures going into 14-13 of that in the first half. And with 10 from Wade Meyer. And with 7 of that in the second half. From Isaiah Hernandez, Ethan Stanwell, and the Crusaders win by 10, 52-42. And the Raiders in the fourth quarter, so that potentially sets up a rematch here in the Fieldhouse on Saturday. 2 very good games the first time around. We talked about tonight.
Yeah, they're a team that the higher the scoring.
You really can't ever guard down and take your foot off the gas or do it. Force may have to come out and shoot the ball wide. Saturday's away. Moving for a sub-state title. Crusaders have now made it to the sub-state final in 5 of their last 6 seasons. In 5 of the 7 years, which is better than
what?
sub-state title goals.
You're not doing any more?
Lost
Well, yeah, but I'm.
He would like the state going forward. And that crazy thing that we were down 21-0. And then come back and take a lead on the fourth. Then we had a conclusion. And then
That was back when they had us, Hayes and Mac on the same year. And then one year our record wasn't very good. Isaiah's freshman year. If you remember, we went to Abilene, lost by 2, and Isaiah had a 3 buzzer that almost won it. Because I think we were 13 seed or something. Anyway,
Easy to this year.
No, it's that team is, they got some talent, obviously. And when you're watching that's the most time to see that. Fine. And I thought Wellington played well. They played on the outside. They did some things to us. And we didn't play very well. We didn't play smart at all. And Jack, but he still, couldn't script people like he usually does. My Saturday, I hope he's he cleans up a lot of mistakes. Defensively, rebounds. And, we didn't want it doing that tonight. And still good effort by him. Very, very fortunate.
Yeah, you came out to red hot to start the game. To the lane in that zone. First to take some outside shots in the second quarter.
Yeah, well, and we talked about that, a lot. At halftime, we talked about it again after the game. It's great when you come out on fire and making your shots, but then you fall in love with it. And you start to get a little fatigued and maybe the shots. And what I didn't like was that we were settling. We were taking shots that we could have got, anytime. And we stopped trying to get the ball inside. Get inside, play for the Jack, and those guys, those threes that we take, they're going to be from 20 feet, not 20 feet. And, you can give the combination of backing off the three-point line a little bit, 3 feet, and start to get a little tired and finish it. So, it's great when you hit a bunch of threes early and you obviously work it, but at the same time, you also like that, don't forget what got us. Yeah. Even though we've got really talented guys and a bunch of big smart good basketball players, and this race, except for Jack and Isaiah, all of his first time to play one down with stakes this high in basketball. So I think there's some nerves, and sometimes that affects the communication, the thought process, and so hopefully we come out and play a clean game Saturday. We're going to need to just
Listen, later there at the season was 2 games, so clutch shots in the second half.
Yeah, he hit one, two, we called this number on the way, basket pass, and he hit that one. And then we were trying to run another play for him. I don't know, he kind of brain dead him up and forgot he was supposed to get a shot top of the key and he forgot to come up. And he always asked him a your number. He said, that might do it. And then what you doing? But anyway, yeah, he's, Wade's a good player. He's a confident kid. Definitely makes a big difference on the team. Just like a medium when he's not there.
So it's got that flying later in 55 and 6. So that you didn't do a rematch out. I know kind of stuck with the guys over at Dallas and everybody.
Yeah. I think not to make excuses. This was a great team, talented. That went for them tonight. I think 98. They play. We got practice. In our top 7. Well, actually, not 2. So we had 5 on top 7 out. Played it without Wade. We played Ethan was just back. So yeah. you happy with the game?
Absolutely. The team can really score. They don't always defend it that way.
No, they're scoring. Yeah, they're coming out scoring. That's the whole problem. So it should be an entertaining game. They're definitely not going to come here and try and take their eye out of the ball, sit back and slow it down. We like to run too, but we also obviously have to recognize that we have to act, and they don't have to like it. Most teams don't. So we have to. We can't forget about. I want Ray to get the shots. Ray, made a big three tonight. Say, but we also, a lot of times we talk about it. Any kind of situation where you have to touch the ball, whether it's a foul, whatever. The defense has a chance to set. We need to play through those guys and work out their chance to.
All right, Coach. Well, congrats. Over Saturday. See you 6 o'clock on Saturday. Coach Ryan Swanson back to after this on HKFM Crusader Sports Center.
Are we done? Do we wrap up or do we still got it? Eldorado.
Digging the shoe game today, Coach.
Yeah, I can. What's that? It's a shoe. Tyler, me and you have done that too much today. I was wondering,
it's not one of the days of state.
Well, back here to wrap things up as we get to our play and player of the game, our Dix Phillips 66 Phillip of the game. Phillip on top-tier gasoline snacks and more at Dix Phillips 66. Family-owned at 4th and Stevens in Hutch. Big shot late in the third quarter by Wade Meyer. Third quarter, Meyer for three, and that is a huge shot from Wade Meyer.
Yeah, just the second basket of the game, but a huge one.
That came with 1:57 to go in the game, and it was just a 4-point game at that point. Buhler stretched it back out to 7, and Wader had a couple of those big threes, as we talked with Coach about in the second half.
Yeah, and a night where you win by 10, missing him last week, his 10 tonight, really an important. Obviously, we wouldn't have won the game tonight without his effort.
He's a guy who can really defend, and his time's coming when he's going to have a game when he just goes off.
It is, and I think one of the cool moments was he got called for goaltending. He got up there to block that shot, so I think that he continues to get a little healthier. Coming off sick, you never know how your first game's going to go, and I think that went pretty well for his first one back, and he's going to have – they're all going to have a very tough week of practice till Saturday.
All right, our Dix Phillips 66 Phillip of the game there. Our player of the game brought to you by WIFCO Steel Products. From storage tanks to steel walkways, stairways, and platforms, WIFCO Steel Products, the expert in steel fabrication, online at WIFCOSB.com. Grant Ricker finishes the night with 14 points. And I thought, importantly, the fact that he finished was those 14. It was his assignment was Montel Tate tonight, and that's a tough guard.
It is a tough guard, and I think that what we saw on the football field is he's so athletic, but he's also somebody who, if you get in his head just a tad, it's going to start to snowball. And I think we saw that tonight with the technical that he had. I think that it happened early second quarter, and it just kind of manifested, and third quarter was the final straw, and then came the technical, and we didn't see much more of him after that, if any at all. So I think that he's a good player, and he'll be back next year, and he'll be a force. Happens to me too. After the first technical, I'm out of control. So, Well, good stuff, guys. 6 o'clock on Saturday here in the Fieldhouse. We'll have coverage on HKFM and the Crusader Sports Network as it is final El Dorado 55, Circle 36. It'll be Buhler and El Dorado for the third time this season. You know the old saying, it's hard to beat a team 3 times in a row. Maybe it's a blessing they lost that game.
Yeah, and
you'll never know.
And at least the one thing about it, too, they're not going to overlook them. You can promise that after them getting the win over us the last time we played them.
All right, we'll see you Saturday. Don't forget continuing coverage of our HCC Road to a Championship presented by Next Tech Wireless. Sub-state semifinals tomorrow and Friday on the Ad Astra Sports Network. Click on sports at adastraradio.com to find out more. Buhler wins at 52-42 here in the Fieldhouse. For Carson Muller and Chris Shank, Aaron West, have a pleasant good evening. You've been listening to Crusader Basketball on HKFM and the Crusader Sports Network.